Hello everyone, we have an interesting SAT math question before us which says 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 plus 4 raised to the power of x plus 5 equals 65, and the task before us is find the value of x. At first, this question may look hard because both terms here have the same base of 4 but different exponents. But the good news here is that this problem becomes very easy once we notice one simple pattern. Now let's solve it together step by step. The first thing is, let's compare the exponents. The two powers are 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 and 4 raised to the power of x plus 5. Note that x plus 5 equals x plus 2 plus 3. This tells us that the second power is the first power multiplied by 4 raised to the power of 3. Now let's rewrite the second term, which is 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 multiplied by 4 raised to the power of 3. That is 4 raised to the power of x plus 5, which is our second term, is equal to 4 raised to the power of x plus 2, which is the first term, multiplied by 4 raised to the power of 3. 4 raised to the power of 3 equals 4 times 4 times 4, which is equal to 64. So 4 raised to the power of x plus 5 equals 64 times 4 raised to the power of x plus 2. Now let's substitute this back into the equation. Instead of us writing 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 plus 4 raised to the power of x plus 5 equals 65, which was the original question that was given to us. So we are going to be replacing this with 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 plus 64 times 4 raised to the power of x plus 2, which is equal to 65. The next thing is, let's factor out the common term. Now we have 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 plus 64 times 4 raised to the power of x plus 2. Since both terms contain x plus 2 and x plus 2 here as well, so let's factor it out, which will give us 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 times 1 plus 64 equals 65, which will give us 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 times 65 equals 65. So our equation now is 65 times 4 raised to the power of x plus 2, or you can say 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 times 65, either of the two, equals 65. The next thing is, let's divide both sides by 65. Let's divide this by 65 and also the right side by 65. 65 cancels 65, 65 cancels 65. So 65 divided by 65 will give us 1. Now our equation is 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 equals 1. The next thing is, let's solve the power equation. What power of 4 will give us 1? Since we know that any non-zero number raised to the 0 power is 1, so 4 raised to the power of 0 equals 1, which will give us 4 raised to the power of x plus 2 equals 4 raised to the power of 0. So we are left with x plus 2 equals 0. Therefore, our x equals 0 minus 2, which is equal to minus 2. Now let's verify if our x equals minus 2 is correct. Now let's substitute x equals minus 2. Our first term says 4 raised to the power of x plus 2. By the time we substitute x equals minus 2 into this, it will give us 4 raised to the power of minus 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4 raised to the power of minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So 4 raised to the power of 0 equals 1. That means our first term gave us 1 as the answer. Now let's check our second term. Our second term says 4 raised to the power of x plus 5. Let's substitute x equals minus 2, which will give us 4 raised to the power of minus 2 plus 5, which is equal to 4 raised to the power of minus 2 plus 5 will give us 3. 4 raised to the power of 3, that is 4 times 4 times 4, will give us 64. Now let's add everything together. From our first term, we got 1 plus our second term, we got 64. So 1 plus 64 equals 65. This matches the right side perfectly. Therefore, our answer is x equals minus 2. Thank you for watching.